Those 3 drops, they fly through the air. They land on Gwyonbach's finger. He shouts, he screams. He puts his finger in his mouth. He swallows the 3 drops. He knows everything. Everything that was, everything that is, and everything that will be. And now he knows everything. He knows what's going to happen. The witch is going to kill him. So of course he starts to run. He runs and he runs and he runs. He runs and he runs, but of course his spindly little legs won't carry him very far or very fast, and the witch is catching up. She's getting closer and closer, and he can feel her hot breath on the back of his neck. As she leaps, he knows he's going to die, but he finds himself doing something strange and curious. He puts his hands down on the ground, and then he sees he hasn't got hands anymore. His hands have been transformed into paws. They're covered in brown fur. In fact, he's completely covered in brown fur. And when those paws hit the ground, poof, away he runs, transformed into a hare, leaving Cerridwen way behind. But just as he thinks he's safe, he can hear Cerridwen again. But now she's got 4 feet too. She's turned herself into a hunting dog, and as the hare tires, the hunting dog gets closer and closer and closer. Then it leaps, and as it leaps, so does the hare. And in mid-air, this hare has no ears, no fur, no feet, no limbs. Instead, it is transformed into a silver streak of fish and splash into the nearby river, and away it swims, leaving the dog panting on the bank way behind. Splash! Behind the fish there is an otter, and the otter is Cerridwen. It's getting closer and closer and closer, and now the fish is beginning to tire. And the fish can hear the little teeth, the little sharp teeth of the otter getting closer and closer, and the next bite will be on the fish's tail, and the fish leaps into the air. And as the water dries on its back, out of its body 2 wings appear, and it flies high, high, high into the air. Ar y ddaear, trwy ddŵr ac awyr ar ffô y coll wybodaeth y byd yn ei ben, ysglyfaeth sy'n gwibio ac angau ar ei ôl, am rythio a ryther rhwng uffern a'r nen. Above the bird there is a hawk. The hawk folds its wings. It drops like a stone with its talons outstretched, ready to rip the life out of the bird when, suddenly, that bird has no feathers, no beak, no wings, no feet. Instead, it is transformed into a single grain of wheat. This grain is blown by the wind down towards the ground, towards fields, towards a farm, towards the barn, and is blown inside. And that little grain of wheat is placed on a pile of hundreds of thousands of other grains of wheat. Through the open door of the barn comes a chicken, a black chicken with red eyes. And she looks at all the grains of wheat, which seems so similar, until she sees one that's slightly different, the biggest, the fattest and the tastiest of them all. She walks towards it and she pecks it, swallows it, and she walks out of there, and as she does so, that black hen changes herself back into Cerridwen, and she walks home, back to the lakeside, very pleased with herself that she has captured, eaten, killed her enemy, Gwyonbach.